Hi everyone, I'm Kiki from the Bleeding Metal podcast, and today I am in Hamburg with yours truly. How are you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Mikaila.
And I'm Teddy.
We play in a band called Yours Truly.
Oh yeah, and you've been touring through the UK so far. Today is your first German or European date. How has it gone so far?
It's been amazing. The last time we were in Europe was March last year. Mm-hmm. So it feels like forever. So it's nice to come back and to have people turn up at the shows again.
Because you come from Australia,
mm-hmm.
It's not that often that you come over here. So how have your experiences been?
They've been really cool. The crowds are really awesome here. And I love the way that people sing along to the songs, and it's not just the lyrics, so like they sing along to all parts of the songs. It's so cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's really good. I've heard a lot of bands have a bit of difficulty getting the German audiences especially warmed up and a little more engaged.
We've found that we've had some really amazing experiences where we've been very much surprised. And then I guess that we've played some smaller shows here that have been harder, but I wouldn't say that I would say that it's all Germany. I would just say maybe it's like certain cities, and we haven't been here that much really. Yeah. And this is the first time, actually no, I lie, we have done a couple of German headlines, but they were both great. They were awesome.
That's great. And you have been touring for a long while. You started touring very early on in your lives. What has been the biggest lessons that you have learned so far?
Eating healthy, sleeping lots, and just trying to look after yourself physically and mentally while you're on the road is definitely the big key to making sure that we're playing our best every single night and making sure that it's easy for us to come back again and again.
Perfect. That's what I would have said.
Good. As a singer especially, do you have some special routines to take care of your voice?
Honestly, I've found that no matter what, sleep is the number one. When you're tired, and I think that your voice is the first thing to go because you're tired, and then everything here just gets tired as well. So rest is huge. And also I think it's good we've been touring for a long time because we got all the partying and drinking out of our systems quite early. That now we're responsible adults. But I would lose my voice all the time when we were drinking and going out and screaming at each other in a loud bar. We don't do that anymore because I was just losing my voice too early.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And talking about why you're here, you're promoting your latest album, Toxic, that just came out a few weeks ago. This is your third album. Your very first one is just 4 years old, right? Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure now to keep releasing music more often?
I think so. I think we just got to find a new flow, new rhythm into getting some more stuff put out. But we've been putting out EPs in between album releases, which has helped. But I think we've got a good mindset of how to write albums now, and I think you'll see some more coming from us.
Awesome. So you're also already planning the next one?
Yeah, well, we just want to keep going really and just see what happens. I think that we don't want to wait as long as we waited last time.
How long was that?
It was 2 years. Mm-hmm. So I think that a bit over 2 years.
Yeah.
But that was an EP, but between records it was 4 years.
Yeah.
So that was a long time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna work on doing some bigger bodies of work in a shorter time spaces, a 2 or 3 year period.
Okay. Interesting. I think nowadays we hear a lot of bands going the other way and releasing more EPs or just single after single and I don't know, in bunches of threes, maybe 3 songs at a time, and just to keep in contact with the fans and everything.
Yeah, I think that the landscape of releasing has changed. I, as a music fan, love albums, and I have felt way more fulfilled releasing this record than I have releasing singles. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I think I want to, I don't know, stick to where we come from and why we love music, and I think being able to tell a story in 10 songs is really fun.
Yeah. Would you be planning or maybe open to releasing concept albums then?
I feel like our records have always been, but without being concept albums.
Indirectly, we figure out the concept at the end of it all.
I feel like they all follow a certain story. Toxic definitely does. But I guess, yeah, like storytelling is really fun. I feel like as a band, we've always told our own personal stories. So I think we'll always keep it quite personal.
What is the story? What would be the concept of Toxic?
Toxic is about, so Is This What I Look Like was a record, sorry, I'm going to start from the beginning. Is This What I Look Like? It was a record about facing the idea of not being able to be musicians or be in a band because of the world going through like a pandemic and having to sit and look at yourself and be like, who am I without the thing that I think makes me me. Toxic is then about what happened when the world went back to normal and we lost half of our band. We went through a lot of personal challenges. I went through a really big breakup. And all of a sudden, we were actually being faced with the questions that we asked ourselves on, is this what I look like? All of a sudden, we're like, is this band going to continue? Like, we're actually faced with the fears that we had beforehand. And yeah, it was, the whole record is about realizing that you're in these toxic situations and using music as the way to get out of them and trying to find a way to hold on to yours truly. Yeah.
Right. That's so cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. What genre would you say yours truly falls into?
I would say like alternative. Yeah, I think the record's like quite like, there's a lot of different stuff going on. Like there are like songs that are like straight up pop punk. There's a drum and bass song on there. There are songs that kind of lean into that pop, like metal, that new genre that's like doing its thing right now. So I wouldn't really say that it's pop punk, but I would say that's like alternative rock with that pop element to it.
The pop punk association, I think, is big with your band and with the name. And I was wondering if pop punk is having a revival or has it always been there? Because we're seeing new metal come back as well, for example.
Yeah.
I think it has its moments. I think it shines above other genres here and there, but it's one of those staple genres now. I believe that like there's always going to be pop punk bands releasing brilliant pop punk records no matter what time period you're in, but I think it definitely will come and go with its popularity. There might be a couple year period, like maybe in another couple years time we'll see another big rise where pop punk's one of the more bigger genres, but yeah, it quiets down here and there.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same with every genre. Like every genre kind of has its moments at its time, and then it'll be time for something else to come through. But it's definitely going to be a staple forever, I think.
To come through and to come back as well. I don't know. It seems like as humans, we keep coming back to nostalgic things from time to time.
Yeah, and pop punk's a very nostalgic genre as well.
Yeah. What happens when you're not on stage, you're not writing music? What other interests do you have as a person, as people?
We're all into a bit of a health, bettering ourselves era.
Yeah, we've all started going to the gym, working out a bit. I skateboard as well, but I don't know. It's mostly music for us. Yeah.
Are there any causes, activism, political issues that you are interested in?
I have a condition called Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. So I have worked with the community there and I've done a couple seminars and talks and stuff for them and of just advocating for invisible disabilities and disabilities of all kinds. I think that's something that we don't really talk about in alternative music and that we don't really hold enough space for people that do have disabilities. I'm making sure that also that our shows are always a safe place for people that do have them and they're able to enjoy them the same way that we are. But yeah, that's something that we stand for.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that something you say on stage as well, or that you post a lot on your band's social media or through your lyrics maybe even?
Yeah, I've written a song about it. It's called Circles. Sorry, not Circles. It's called I Can't Feel. It's the next song on the EP. I'm literally so tired. Yeah, it's called I Can't Feel. And the song is kind of about the frustrations of feeling sore and in pain and not really being able to physically show people that's the way that I feel. Because if you look at me, I look able-bodied. But it's, yeah, like Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome has so many things that come with it that you can't see. Like I dislocate super easily. I have a lot of like stomach problems. And those are things that like if you looked at me, you wouldn't be able to see. So yeah, we have a song called I Can't Feel, and there are people that will come to the shows and will speak to me after and be like, oh, I also have EDS, and like I came to the show because I wanted to hear that song. So yeah, it's really nice.
I bet, yeah, that sounds amazing. How do you make sure that the shows are safe and that you include everyone in that way?
We always make sure that where we're playing that there is an accessibility area. And also if someone messages me about if they're going to be able to have a place, I will always make sure that we get to reach out to the venues and be able to speak to them about it. I always try to make sure anyone can message me about that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to tell the fans?
We just hope that you have time today to listen to our album Toxic, and that we hope you like it.
Hell yeah, listen to the music and come to the shows.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.